Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Scratch Golf Show. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Marco. We've got some cool news in the YouTube golf world, as well as a update on the Wesley Bryan PGA Tour ban situation. Let's get into it. First, a couple days ago, I think it was yesterday, GoodGood announced a $10,000 match between two of our former guests here on the Scratch Golf Show, two very good golfers in their own right, Sean Walsh and Brad Dalkey, going to be streamed on the GoodGood YouTube channel Thursday at I think 3 Central Time for $10,000. Now, I love this type of content, and I love that GoodGood is getting more into leaning into the competition of their best players. Now, as we know, Sean and Brad, both former professional golfers, both very good in their own right. Brad recently shooting 66 at TPC Scottsdale and announcing he's getting back into the pro golf scene, which I think is super cool. And then Sean, obviously posting on his own channel, just shot 61 a couple weeks ago. Both these guys are very good in their own right, but I think this is going to settle who the best golfer is in GoodGood. If you guys watched the Brad Dalkey interview, he talked a little bit about the rivalry with Sean.
Not that we really care to be the best in GoodGood, but we both kind of everyone talks about who's better, Sean or Brad, and
Right, no, for sure,
we kind
yeah.
of have we want to have a little edge over each other.
Yeah,
Not that
I
again it
get it.
really matters, but
But personally, it does. No, I'm a
it
competitive
does a
guy.
little
You,
bit.
you
Like
want to
yeah,
be
I
the
still
best. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
If we go play like after that TPC Scottsdale major, it felt great to beat him by 8 shots.
Ooh, gonna
It felt
clip that.
amazing.
These guys, they say they don't want to care who the best golfer in GoodGood is, but they both do. I've been DMing Sean, shameless plug. I don't normally leak these, but I know Sean was telling me he's fired up. He's got some motivation. I put some polls out on my Instagram, and it's very heavy, leaning towards Brad. So my pick is actually Sean, believe it or not. What do you guys think? Comments below. Who do you think is going to win that match? I, for one, am very excited to see it. But like I said, both these guys, very fiery competitors. So I think it's going to be a really cool match. Live stream, $10,000. I don't think really anyone's ever done something like this before with this high of talent. So excited to see it. Now let's get into the Wesley Bryan PGA Tour ban update. Now, a couple weeks ago, I put out a video covering a tweet from a former guest of mine, Flushing at Golf, who put out a report saying the PGA Tour had banned Wesley for playing in the Live Duels event. Now, I did a little research. Basically, said in that video that that ban was not going to threaten the creators. It was specifically for Wesley because he technically is a member of the PGA Tour. Now, when he's banned, he's getting a letter basically from the competition committee of the PGA Tour. So he can still play in Creator Classics, but as far as PGA Tour sanctioned events, that's what he is technically banned from. Now, why do I say that? Why is that important? This week, the PGA Tour has two events: the RBC Heritage, which is their signature event model, basically a model or an event designed for the top players in the world, the top 50 on the FedEx Cup, and as well as additional sponsors exemptions for players who don't qualify for that. 70 players. Why am I talking about that? Wesley's not in that event. There's another event on weeks like this are called PGA Tour opposite field events. Basically, for a lot of the PGA Tour members who can't get in or won't play in the RBC Heritage this week, are playing in the Corrales Punta Cana Championship. It's a I want to say much weaker, but it's a weaker field, obviously, because most of the top ranked players are playing on the RBC Heritage. Now, why do I say that? Wesley has limited status based on where he finished in the FedEx Cup last year. As you guys followed his journey, he finished 127th. He needed to finish 125th to secure a full PGA Tour card. However, since his finish was 127, he still has limited status. He gets sponsors exemptions. He can get in on other playing opportunities. So typically, someone where he's at gets into the Corrales Punta Cana Championship or these opposite field events. Now, it's crazy because going back to last year, he famously finished second at this event. He almost gathered his second PGA Tour win. He played very, very well. And this finish at this event helped propel him at the end of last year. Now, why am I talking about this and why is this important regarding the ban? Well, the field list and the pairings came out for this week. You'd think if Wesley wanted the PGA Tour start, a Corrales Punta Cana Championship or opposite field event, he would play in, right? He'd get a start. Nope. Wesley's not on the field list, and Wesley's not even on the alternate list. Now, for the alternate list into this event, there's 10 alternates. Now, I mean, you're talking about, like I said, 155 PGA Tour guys minus the 70 who aren't playing, plus another 10. Wesley Bryan falls within that group of 160 players who are going to play in this Punta Cana championship. Why isn't Wesley Bryan playing? I don't know, guys. That doesn't, like I said, this isn't me confirming or denying the ban. I think this is just my opinion, a large sign that the ban is true. this is an event that he would play in. Now, obviously, we'll know more as he could potentially get starts later this summer. He famously played at the Rocket Mortgage Classic last year, my hometown event here in Detroit, Michigan, an event that he would typically get into. But you look at these, I guess, lesser or smaller PGA Tour events, opposite field events. These are events that he almost is a shoe in to get a start, and not at least get on the alternate list. We saw him get on the alternate list at Vidanta World, the Mexico Open, which is another smaller event. But this opposite field event is an event he normally plays. And like I said, this is an event he almost won last year, lost to Billy Horschel because Billy shot, I think, like a 62 on Sunday to take it from him. This is an event that propelled him into competing for a PGA Tour card towards the FedEx Cup or towards the end of the season last year, excuse me. Why isn't he playing? I guess we'll know more, guys, but in my opinion, the ban's true. He would be playing in this event. From somebody who understands the professional golf world, the FedEx Cup status, stuff like that, this is an event that Wesley should 100% be playing in. And in my opinion, the only reason he's not playing in it is because he is banned from playing in PGA Tour events. I guess we'll know more. Comment your thoughts below. That's going to be it for the video today, guys. We have a full interview with Mad Jack Busta, or from Busta Jack Golf, dropping Thursday. Like the video, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe.